Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm John.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Steve.
The show continues to leave me speechless.
Yep. At least your theory came out with Zeke.
I'm very happy, because if it didn't, I would have been looking like a real asshole.
Real dumb.
Yeah. I kept doubling down on it. And
I know.
I started to get real nervous, because they kept kind of teasing it, because the whole thing with him, once he joined the battle, I was like, maybe he is going to stay on their side then, because it looked like he was fighting it. Then it was just a mix of things, Levi looking at the clock, everything, there was clearly something going on in the background. And he got beat too easily. I know it was Levi, but still, it was too quick.
I'm more curious as to find out what happened, how that happened, because
right, exactly.
I don't see how that would based on how we knew him. How does that flip? How do you even make that flip?
What did Eren say to him to make him flip?
Right, because all you did was leave there after slaughtering everybody, and then getting the shit kicked out of you. You left, and now all of a sudden you're
I think it's
teamed up with them. I need to see how that happened.
I think it's one of two things. It's either Zeke was my original theory of him being a mole this whole time, he doubled down by giving Grisha up. But it's either that or
that's crazy because he was a kid.
I know.
That's
But Grisha even said that he felt bad because he raised him to become this certain thing. So a kid at that age could happen to them, you know. But it's either that or it is what I think it is going to be is that Eren learned something through these memories or something maybe, and whatever that information was, he told Zeke and somehow convinced him. I don't know, something along those lines maybe. I'm sure we'll be completely off, and we're gonna be oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know, and then I keep forgetting that Zeke's got the royal blood in him.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's just what is able to. That's what allows him to control. They even pointed out, right, without being in Titan form, too. I mean,
right.
At least he can turn the other Titans. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
And what I also want to know is when they were dropping him out in the first episode of the season,
if they were dead or not.
Yeah, where they were. I think
they had stupid smiles and.
I think they were dead, and he's able to control, they probably injected him already, and he's probably just like Eren can control when his limbs grow back and all that stuff. Maybe he's able to, with his royal blood, control when they turn.
Could be.
That's the only thing I could think of, maybe.
And then, we're curious to see if... Because they made it seem like Eren got Warhammer's abilities. No? When he crushed her in Galliard's mouth. The blood... I know Galliard, pretty much ate her, so one of them has her power.
Right. Has to be. And I don't know if, we said, if we're going to be idiots and it's... Because they showed... I
know they showed his eyes.
That's the only thing
That's why I think he might have it, but, there's also a chance he doesn't. And,
I think that's intentional.
He was going to eat Galliard, and then he didn't. That's when Reiner
popped up,
right.
And goddamn
poor Sasha.
I we just thought of that at the same exact time.
Which is fucked up, because I was saying about... What was her name?
Gabby?
Gabby, yeah. When we first met her, remember, I was like... Oh, she's like a young Sasha. Like a baby Sasha or whatever. Their side Sasha.
Oh, yeah, right. And then they had that stare down.
And she kills her.
Yeah. So, like I said last one, it's always the sweet innocent ones that get taken out. And you can that whole last episode, you can kind of feel it a little bit.
Something was going to happen.
Specifically because we had seen that scene where when she shot all the guys around him, and she had brought it back, that moment back up in one of the last episodes. So that made me think ugh. And then they kept showing Sasha in the beginning of that last one, so it's God damn it. I get it though from Gabby's,
Yeah, no, you can't blame Gabby.
It's just that we keep saying, it's that shitty cycle again.
There's no way that you could blame obviously this is the same thing that happened to Eren, but just opposite. So if we felt bad for Eren, you have to feel bad for them. So
100%. Because think about it, they're both kids when it's happening to them. They've just been brainwashed their whole lives. They haven't even had a chance to grow up to question things. So
right, and then you just lost a bunch of friends or family or.
Yeah, and now in this one, I want to learn more because I think we're probably going to see more. I'm sure we'll see a little bit of the Marley stuff with Gabby or with Reiner, and if Falco's going to be okay because we don't really. Oh no, he's fine.
He protected him.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Falco's with Gabby. We're idiots. I keep forgetting that. Because then there's nobody else back there.
And they just saw Zeke.
Yeah, who's Reiner? Who's Colt? That's what I'm thinking of. He's back there with Reiner. Still, he's the only one back there.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. I want to see more of that. And Magath, however you pronounce it, is back there. And then, but I really want to see like the other side of the story. I want to see like
the planning of
because you can clearly see that Eren did all this on his own.
Yeah, he went rogue.
I think they obviously knew he was going over there years ago.
Yeah, and then he just let them know with the letters that he had Falco sent.
Yeah, right. And we don't know specifically what he wrote in those. I would imagine just
telling him where he is,
plan,
what he knows, right?
Who to take out, yeah. And from their point of view, that sucks because they're like, all right, well, we can't get in contact with him, so we have to just do what he's saying, trust him.
Right.
And like, even though it's a shitty thing that they're doing,
and even for him, he's not 100% positive that they're coming or not.
Right. Yeah, it's a big bold move.
Right.
Granted, I mean
it worked out. But...
oh yeah, big time.
Like I guess you kind of know Mikasa's not leaving you stranded.
No, yeah, at the very least, and Armin.
Well, Armin was very hesitant about it because.
Oh, Armin! I'm telling you, I think we were talking about it right before we started. I think in the future, Eren's going to keep doing shit like this because you can clearly see he's just in his own world because of all these, I think, memories and whatnot.
He's revenge stricken, you know?
Plus, and then it's fueled, that's what fuels it. Plus, he's learning all this information. So on top of that, he's just kind of losing touch with who I don't want to say who he was, but like part of who he was, I want to say.
Well, really, you could also blame it on
because it looked
kind of like the Attack Titan that he has in him. Because didn't they say the Attack Titan always fights for freedom in any decade or whatever that he's in?
Oh yeah, I 100%.
So
agree.
like that could like be adding to the already crazy drive that Eren has, sure. And like this is like feeding on it and making him like a little crazier than he would normally be.
Because even back to the last episode of season 3, you saw it when they were finally at the water, like how excited everyone was, and he was just kind of standing there like.
Well, because he was saying like, do I have to go kill all my enemies like for?
But you
freedom?
see the difference of like, whereas like in the past he would have been dancing around with Armin and Mikasa, and even Armin's like, Eren, like look, it's the sea, like. Isn't this
now
amazing?
He's just probably been overrun with memories.
That's what I'm saying. By that point, that was the first time we had seen it start, and now that years have passed, he's like
he's
completely
in it. Yeah, he's gone.
But I want to see that kind of maybe something.
Very dead eyes. Yeah, he's gonna cause trouble.
Let's watch it.
Let's do it.
If you guys want to watch the next episode early, go check out our Patreon. We have that there as well as full length. Yes. Give me just what I wanted. Well,
Eren.
It's one of them. Yeah. Oh, that's ridiculous. Imagine being on that ship. He's being carried around. Oh, God. I love her voice. That would terrify me more with her saying it like that. Or Eren could just sit on them. I forgot he was there. Oh, shit.
Own guy.
Oh, it was that one. That was Zeke's. Oh, so is this how Eren finds out, maybe? We don't know who that is, though, right?
No. They said she's always... That's like Zeke's soldier.
That's what I thought. Okay. That's interesting, though, because it seems like she has a connection to Eren, too, somehow.
Maybe.
So is she related to Zeke somehow?
Maybe Zeke has a daughter.
Maybe.
That's her.
Because it was Cart that mentioned her, right? Because she was on.
Cart mentioned
recognized
her. Magath, I think.
Yeah. Oh boy. almost at episode 69. That's gonna be a huge one.
敵の上陸を阻止できたのは偶然だ。マーレが本腰を入れればこんなもんじゃ済まねえ。
He's right.
なんとかしねえと。
I can't wait to see what the shit they did back at home, you know?
航空。ビビってんじゃねえよ。舐められるだろうが。
Yeah, don't give it up.
海や壁を越え、敵が空から現れる移動兵器のことです。今我々が壁の外でのんびりお茶できるということは、島の巨人をすべて殺してしまった。
Smart.
ということです。お、当たり？やっぱり周りに背くからにはそれなりの動機と後ろ盾がないとね。
Kind of. Big in a certain way. Yeah.
私たちはジーク・イエーガーの命を受け上官を撃った反マーレ義勇兵です。
Wait till Eren hears this.
その目的は
奴らの目的は終始
There she is.
始祖の巨人の奪還。力ずくがダメなら
その秘策を行う条件として必要なものが始祖の巨人と王家の血を引く巨人。その秘策を明かせるのは条件が揃ってからだと。
That's interesting because we thought it was only he could do it with Zeke too, the same thing that he could do with his story, you know?
我々エルディア人に残された唯一の希望、壁に潜む幾千万もの巨人で世界を踏み潰す地ならしの発動条件を。ずっと助けを待ってた。
I bet you this was 3 years ago. So this is back. I bet you this is when Eren goes.
Yeah, he's one of the volunteers.
Think about that. That means he's been gone for almost the whole time that
Yep.
we didn't see him.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
あの頃は楽しかった。
It was fun
確
back
かに
then.
僕たちエルディア人は。ところで、おにゃんぽこんはなんで肌が黒いのですか？
俺たちを作ったやつはこう考えた。いろんなやつがいた方が面白いってな。お前らなんかに食わせてやる。
Jesus Christ. God damn, we're never gonna see this again. This is like upsetting me now. Yeah. It's funny, but also like I don't blame him for being like happy crying because like you've never had something that tasted like that
No way.
before.
それじゃ本当に世界を恐怖に陥れる悪夢だ。そうなる前に話し合えないのかな。そうだ。時間を稼ぐためには手出しできねえようにしてや
I
る。
can already see where I think this is gonna go.
僕は誰よりもエレンを理解しているつもりだった。ミカサよりも。
Not anymore.
もうわからない。
This is depressing me.
なんで俺に謝る？俺はただ飯を用意してただ
He
け
just
だ。
liked her, you know.
Yeah.
娘さんは俺の料理を誰よりもうまそうに食べてくれました。俺の料理を食べに来てください。もちろんただなんやろ。
I was nervous. He was.
Of course.
I wasn't. Yeah. But I was like, you know, her dad's a good guy. He'll do it.
寛大なお言葉に感謝いたします。だが、俺をエレンと合わせるのが
You guys
先だ
kind of met already.
そう急ぐな。
虫のいい話ですまんが、我々の弱さにしばしの間だけ目をつぶってくれぬか。ジークに枷をかけぬわけにはいかんのだ。
I guess they're just being overprotective.
なあ、リヴァイ兵長。ガビとファルカにもこの雄大な自然を見せてやりたいんだが。
ガキが雄大な自然を拝めるかどうかはお前次第だ。
So they told him he's just to stay out in the trees, essentially.
Yeah.
戦艦も軍人も民間人も全てを巻き込んで突然全てを奪った。あの日の君たちのように。
Annie? Oh, man.
何か答えてよ。
Yes, please. Damn it. Get out of there, Annie.
戦わなければ勝てない。戦
Damn, he is ripped.
え、戦え。
What is?
I was into that one.
Yeah, that was a really like, but it was like somber at the same. That whole episode.
Oh, it was very sad, but I was like deep into it.
That's what I know. I know.
I didn't see the ending coming.
What about it being Annie?
I didn't see it. No, the ending.
Oh yeah. Right. See how it feels?
Yeah.
That's me every time. It's just
So
there's a couple things I want to touch on.
So I guess Zeke went in with the intention to get the founding Titan.
Oh, 100%. So all right. So we kept saying like during that one that he's been doing it all along, and
the first attack was the first attack. He was truly into that.
He could have been. We still don't know for sure.
He was always been. He has been this for who knows how long. I think before the attack, like that, working like the other angle, not with Eren and then, but like with.
I think we need more of a Zeke flashback because don't forget when he got separated and went to his grandparents, and we didn't see him between that point and once he was an adult, where he's at now, and he's the Beast Titan. How old was he when? First of all, how old is he here? If someone wants to answer that in the comments, if they can. And like, what took so long for him to? Because by the time he got separated, he was already like Gabby's age, wasn't he? He was probably like 12, 13.
You think he was that old?
Yeah.
So if that's the case, he's like 30 something. I think he was
That's what I would
20,
guess.
Probably. Because I think when Grisha told the story.
I was gonna say he's probably in his early 30s.
He said the war was 80 years, and then but we know it to be 100 years. So add 20 years to whatever he was, 32, 33, 35, the oldest.
You're right. But my whole point is though, like what?
But now he might be older.
So there was so he didn't become. If it's only a 13-year cycle, then he didn't become the Beast.
I think he didn't become the Beast until he was like 30.
That's what I'm saying.
And I think he's like 40.
That's what I mean. Like, why did he? It's like sneak his way in, and then or like we need to know what. I think we have to see that, right?
Yeah, we need to know what's going on, like how long he's been doing this.
Which makes me think maybe
because like I think he's been doing that, but like his plan was to
like I'm looking at it,
but
as
he could. I think maybe his plan was to not to get the founding for himself because obviously he can't be the founding.
No, it's exactly what they said.
He would have renounced the thing unless
he said his plan involved the founding Titan and the
royal blood
and he himself is the royal blood, so he has that done. He just needs the founding Titan. So that's why when he was in there, that's why I think when he was on the wall and you remember it ended with him saying, "Not yet, huh?" Like. Thinking like, all right, maybe I can't make my move yet. I don't know if that's what he meant, but it could be looked at that way. I don't know.
No, because he was saying that to Ryan.
But regardless, yeah, he was just looking to get it. That he had his plan then, I think. Right?
I don't know. I think once he got the shit kicked out of him, he was like, I think it's like Pixie said, like he tried brute force and then now he's trying to do it diplomatically, like.
No, I mean,
because he got the shit kicked out of him.
I mean, before that, like. As far as, like, when did he come up with, like, what was it, Yelena, her name was? She was saying, like, because when did she, like, have that flashback? Like, how long ago was that? Right. You know, like, because at that time, did he have his plan? Like, and he was, like, indoctrinating her into his, like, close group.
I know, we are going to have to learn more about him.
Yeah, 100%. I also love the fact that, like, it's almost like keeping him in a prison cell by putting him in the trees like that, because Levi could kill you instantly, or most of them. He'd have a lot more trouble with multiple people guarding him in the trees.
He can't hide.
Somebody would eventually get him.
I mean, he is a Titan, so like, he'll never be able to beat Levi.
But I also don't think he's
not trying to fight.
I think he is going to want to do this plan. You know?
Yeah,
like,
that's what. But
I think it's going to end up. Eren's going to end up having a different plan, probably.
Could be.
That's what I think is going to end up happening. I think the two half brothers are going to bump heads somehow over how to do this the right way or some way. One of the worst parts about watching this episode was just like listening to Armin talk, like still like hopeful when he was having the flashbacks, like talking, and Eren.
Then it happened, but like they kind of knew, like there was. I mean, they could have tried talking, but
that's what I'm saying.
It wouldn't have worked. You know what I mean? It would have taken too long. Where like they didn't trust you enough, they would have attacked first.
That's why even at the end you have Armin
saying like we had to do it. You know. Like unfortunately. Plus, they had to do it because even if they didn't help, Eren was going to do it and get himself killed. And then start the war. They'd have attack and founding, and they'd come back and slaughter everybody on the island.
Right. I love how they gave us exactly what we wanted in that one. Like, we were literally just saying, like, eventually, even this was episodes ago, we even said this, like, eventually once this, like, battle in Marley wraps up, like, we have to have, like, an episode arc of flashbacks mixed in to catch us up on what had gone on. Mm-hmm. And God damn it, that was a whole episode's worth.
Yeah, I think we're going to have several episodes. We're going to have more about this, and then I think we're going to start having episodes on just the Marley. Like, and learn about them. And
yeah, because we didn't even see Reiner in that one.
Not even Reiner. Reiner's an alien. Right. I'm saying, like, the actual Marleys. Like,
well, it's really just Magat. I mean, they're all dead.
The higher-ups. Not all of them, I don't think.
Well, yeah, it's just, that's what I'm saying. It's just Magat. He's like, and he was just the...
No, I mean, I hear about their history. You know what I mean? They are how they are, and, like...
Right.
You know what I mean? Why they went from
that's what I'm saying.
Getting the power to, like, immediately pressing it.
I think we might have even talked about that in the last one, but, like... Bring it up again, but, like... The fact that we have to see, I think, of at least an episode's worth of, like, maybe some flashbacks to see what the Marley had gone through pre the king leaving, you know?
Yeah.
Because then we might be able to, like, that. I almost don't want to see that, though, because then that's going to make it even harder to watch, because then it's like, then it's going to really be terrible. Like,
feel super bad for Marleys and bad for the Eldians.
That's what I'm saying. But, you know, that means they're definitely going to do that then.
Oh, yeah.
I already feel shitty now, so why not make me feel shittier?
I don't know what's going to come of Gabby. Because, like, she's, like, there. Like, she can't be there by herself stewing that much. Like, that's just going to lead to a fight and eventually her dying or, you know what I mean, killing somebody. You know what I mean? I don't know who she's going to have to talk to. I guess Eren.
Couldn't you see her, like, down the road, like, somehow becoming one of the Titans?
Yeah, well, she was in contention for it.
I feel like
she'd make a great armor Titan.
I feel like
she should be.
I think
that's who she's competing to be.
I know, but then there's the whole Falco thing.
I know. Well, Falco's trying to do it, but, like, she's, like, the number one contender for it. Falco's just trying to do it so she can live out her life.
Knowing the tone of this show, the way I would want it to go is totally different than the way I think it's going to go. The way I think it's going to go is Falco somehow is going to get either really hurt or, like, try to convince Gabby not to go crazy and become this Titan and go headfirst into fighting Eren. And somehow Falco's going to be on the losing end of this, I think.
And need to be the Titan?
No.
Oh.
Well, he's going to want to, but, like, I don't think he is. I think Gabby's going to take it from him somehow.
I don't know.
But also, when the hell would that be? Because that means Reiner would have to die, so.
Right.
That would have to be, like, way in the future, or unless
they turn him.
Reiner has them do it, you know, like.
Who knows what they're going to do, man? Who knows what Reiner's going to do? Because he was on the fence of even wanting to fight anyway, and, like, he's going to be reprimanded. Actually, because he was...
he didn't do anything wrong.
That's right, because he was just in his ball, and Falco's gone, so, like, Falco's the only one that saw him, like, giving up and, like, not trying to...
I think him and Colt are definitely going to be going... At least him and Colt are definitely going... Especially because...
They destroyed the Navy, so there's, like, I don't know...
That's what I'm saying. Magat is the only one, him and his little army group, whatever's left is...
If they can even get there. That's what they're saying. Like, they
I don't know if they're going to come right away, but I think Reiner and Falco are going to show up at some point. Or not Falco, Colt.
Yeah.
Because Colt's going to want to go immediately because his brother just left. And now is going to be in prison with them now, so he's definitely going to want to go. Reiner's going to... And this is why it keeps getting me to the thing of Reiner just wanting to protect those kids. Because they showed us him trying to kill himself. And then he realized, and I don't know if you noticed, the thing that made him stop was because Falco was outside. They flashed a Falco banging on the wall outside, which was the room outside of where he was.
Yeah.
And then that's what made him, he looked out the window and then saw the kids and he goes, oh, that's right. I still have these kids to watch. Or something like that.
Something about the kids.
So I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to go over there to protect them, and I'm sure he'll end up dying. A sad death, and I'm going to be miserable.
Be very upsetting.
And then the whole, just... It was sweet, the whole Sasha thing. It's just so depressing.
It's very depressing. It was very sad.
Sasha
was great, but, like, I am really happy that she got to, like, eat all that crazy food.
She got to try.
Obviously, like, that's, like, what she loves more than anything.
That's why I like how she was, like, happy crying after a point.
Yeah, because it was just so delicious. She's never had seafood before.
Right. What was the cook's name?
forget.
Because those two were Marlians, right? Yeah. Yelena and with the,
No, I think they're Eldians.
no, he said
Well,
I'm a
maybe
Marlian
not.
when he was talking to Sasha's dad. He said, I know I'm just a Marlian, but
Yeah,
maybe no, maybe he is, but she
they're
is.
part of like the anti-Marlian whatever. I forget the names of it, but yeah,
I don't know. I like it's very interesting to see where this all
what's
goes
happening,
now.
right?
And I'm glad that they teased us with the Annie thing because that means we're definitely going to be because
I think she might wake up and like talk to Armin. She might not get out of that thing right away, but
No, but definitely eventually.
yeah,
And because somebody's gonna have to take that Titan over.
yeah, because she's she's still got a couple years left.
She's probably on the same
As Reiner.
Reiner, so probably about like 2 years,
2, 3.
maybe only a year and a half.
No, like 2 or 3. I think they have, because I think Zeke had it before them,
Well, yeah, because Zeke had it
and he's had his last year.
his
so
last
they're
year.
like 2
Yeah,
or 3.
somebody commented recently and said what they had, but I forget. It was something like Zeke was definitely the one, and then the other two were a couple more. Mm-hmm. But interesting stuff.
I love this show, man.
I do too. It's great. All right, guys, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. See you next time.
See you later.